Volleyball so early in the season, and it starts with Toledo and Savage Arena in Toledo, Ohio. I am Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network, here for this volleyball game between the Falcons and the Rockets. We've had a little bit of technical difficulties already before this broadcast has started, as one of our headsets has died, and we are here only with one. So Chaz McNeil, who's supposed to be on the call with me today, will be on the call a little bit later. We're going to split sets, so you'll hear my voice for the first set, Chaz McNeil's for the second, and then we'll alternate from there on. For all BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or bg_FMSN on Twitter. If you do keep up with those two platforms, hopefully you will have read the preview of this series. We do a preview for all series and games, and I definitely encourage you to go do that, whether you're listening to this in the car. Well, don't listen to it if you're in the, or don't read it if you're in the car, but if you're at home, go read the preview. I'm going to walk you through a little bit of Bowling Green versus UT all time, and then talking about Toledo early in the season. So BG owns a 59-18 all-time record against the Toledo Rockets. They haven't played twice in 1 year since the COVID season, and the time before that when they played twice in 1 year was 2009. Last year they played one game against each other. Toledo won 3-2. Taylor Alt had 23 kills, 296 hitting percentage, and 8 digs. You're going to hear her name a lot today. She's one of the best players, if not the best player for Toledo. And then Lauren Hovey for the Falcons had an outstanding day in that game against UT last year. 16 kills, 393 hitting percentage, 3 aces, 17 assists, 12 digs, and a triple-double for Lauren Hovey last year. We're definitely looking for her to get a similar stat line today. Might be a tall order, but we will see how this goes. They play against each other today, October 1st, and then in a match in the Stroh Center on Tuesday, November 5th. The time is to be announced, but I assure you that FMSN will have the call of that game as well. Toledo coming into this game is a 9-5 overall record. They're 2-0 in the MAC, 2-game sweep of NIU this past weekend. That's Northern Illinois University. Although that 9-5 overall record is a little bit misleading. They have 4 out of their 7 non-conference wins are against teams who finished 2023 below 500, a couple of them far below 500, and 3 out of those 7 teams that they have non-conference wins against were barely above 500 in 2023. They also have 3 losses to Power 4 schools, 1 to South Dakota State and to Idaho State, who finished 8-20 last year. So a really bad loss for Toledo to Idaho State, finishing 8-20 last year. They have some wins to start the season, but I don't think it's going to last very long once they get into conference. They also have 2 wins against Northern Illinois University, who finished 4th from last in the MAC last year and 2nd to last in MAC West. In the series against NIU this past weekend, they had 88 kills, 275 hitting percentage, 8 aces, 19 errors, or I'm sorry, assists. 8 aces on 19 errors, 95 digs, 15 blocks, and 111 points from the team this past weekend. After this weekend, they ranked 2nd in points per set with 16.89, 3rd in hitting percentage at 227, 5th in kills per set with 12.82, and 2nd in aces per set with 1.92. We will hopefully see a lot of aces from the Falcons today, but we should see a lot of aces in general as both teams acquire a lot of aces. I mentioned a little bit earlier Taylor Alt for Toledo. She is one of 2 key players for Toledo, the best player on Toledo in my opinion. 191 kills, 266 hitting percentage, 16 assists, 19 aces, 110 digs, and 25 blocks so far in 2024. Izzy Granger as well. Both of the 2, Alt and Granger, are outside hitters. Izzy Granger has 155 kills, 206 hitting percentage, 9 assists, 19 aces, 124 digs, and 18 blocks from those 2 offensive powerhouses. And then in the middle, Sierra Pertzborn is definitely someone to mention. 100 kills for her, 297 hitting percentage, 3 assists, 1 ace, 6 digs, and 52 blocks. Yes, 52 blocks. That leads both teams in total statistics for the year. And then Macy Hatkovich, 346 assists, 18 aces, 95 digs. She's the sophomore setter for Toledo. Is going to put the ball in the right spot for Toledo. She does that very well and is part of the success of Izzy Granger and Taylor Alt. Some tendencies for the team. Taylor Alt, Izzy Granger, and Sierra Pertzborn are nearly the entire offense. The rest of the rest of the team is combined for around 130 kills. So statistically and realistically, they are the entire offense. Alt and Granger are also top on the team, and almost everything they do it all. And that's just looking at their stat lines. They get assists, they get aces, they get a lot of digs, they get a lot of blocks. They do everything, and stopping one or both of those players is going to be key for the Falcons in limiting the Toledo attack. Hatkovich, the setter, unless things start going downhill. And then they do a situation similar to Bowling Green. Bowling Green uses Amanda Otten until things start to go downhill. They need a change of pace, and they put Anna Shitek in the game. That's similar with Toledo. Hatkovich stays in the game until things start to go downhill. When they need a change, they go to Ella Abraham. She has a decent amount of sets played on the season. I doubt we'll see her today unless Bowling Green gets up by a lot and they can't really get the offense going. But we'll see how that goes from the setters from Toledo. And Toledo, those 4 players I just mentioned, Taylor Alt, Izzy Granger, Sierra Pertzborn, and Macy Hatkovich. The Toledo rolls through these 4 players. There's really nobody else on the team that does as much, as well, as consistently as Taylor Alt, Izzy Granger, Sierra Pertzborn, and Macy Hatkovich. Unlike the Falcons, who against Ball State in their last series, in their first series sweep of the season, and their first series of MAC series of the season, that's what Bowling Green did, is they spread the ball around very well, and kind of the opposite of what Toledo does. They like to feed a couple of different players. Bowling Green spreads the ball around very well. Lauren Hovey is up to 136 kills on the season, 16 assists, 27 aces, 2 away from tying the program record and career aces in the rally scoring era. She also has 100 digs and 34 blocks. She struggled with teams fronting her with their middle blockers, and it's making it more important to get Bowling Green's middles active, and especially Alexis Mattil, 83 kills on the season, 411 hitting percentage, 31 digs, and 49 blocks. They got the middles scoring a lot better, her and Jessica Andrews. They utilize the slide much better. They used quicks a lot more as well. Blocks were very strong in the defensive end. When the blockers do well for the Falcons do well. That's just how it is. It's been that way all season. So getting the Bowling Green middle blockers in the game is going to be huge. Mia Tyler as well. Bowling Green's trying to get her, or keep her going. She had 28 kills against Ball State in the 2 games, 105 kills total on the season. She doesn't really do a whole lot else, but she excels certain games with those kills. At one point, she was 100% on attacks and kills and against Ball State, and pretty late in the second game as well. So 28 kills from her against Ball State, 105 kills total on the season, and looking to add to that total as we go through Toledo in this single game. And then Amanda Otten's another one worth mentioning. She had an outstanding series against Ball State when she hadn't been very consistent in non-conference play. Almost 300 assists for her, 31 total kills, 5 aces, 64 digs, and 24 blocks. She traded with Anna Shitek a lot in non-conference. She really didn't against Ball State. She showed why she was a starter last year, and her timing was better, her versatility was on display, and that's when the Falcons are good, is when essentially what is their captain, Amanda Otten, is clicking, and it's going to be key for the Falcons getting the ball to the middles, to Mia Tyler, and to Lauren Hovey as well. Their goals for today, as per the coaching staff, aggressive serve. They had very aggressive serves against Ball State, and they were very effective serves, and that's key in noting that they had a lot of aces, but they had less errors than they had aces, and that's something that Toledo has not been able to do very consistently so far in the year, is achieve more aces than errors. Bowling Green was able to do that against Ball State. They're going to want to keep that going. There's certain targets like Izzy Granger, who's a key player, is going to be on the court a lot. She is a service target, so we'll definitely be looking for either some strong services and some receptions from her, or a lot of service errors from Izzy Granger today. Hopefully Bowling Green can force those. Attack hard all the time. That's something that they stressed against Ball State, and that's something they did. They got blocked on certain rallies, but they were able to keep the ball going. And if you just keep attacking, you wear the defense out. And that was very, 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 very strong for the Falcons against Ball State. And getting the middles involved as well. Jessica Andrews, Alexis Mattil, when Otten is able to get them the ball consistently, they don't score all the points. They're not offensive weapons to say, but having Mia Tyler on one side, Lauren Hovey on the opposite side, and then 2 strong attackers in the middle, it's just almost indefensible for blockers. Somebody's going to be open on every play mathematically, so it's going to be something to look for there, as well as getting the middles involved. We also, on the side of the MAC, we have another 2-0 versus 2-0 matchup. I should have stressed that more. Bowling Green and Toledo are both undefeated in the MAC. They won their first 2 games of the season. Eastern Michigan and Central Michigan have also won their first 2 games of the season. They are both 2-0. The only 4 teams that are 2-0 in the MAC play today: Eastern, Central, and Bowling Green and Toledo. So we will bring you first serve and starting lineups of Bowling Green versus Toledo in a few minutes on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Standing up for what's right, helping out when things go wrong, seeking the truth and speaking our minds, not just making records, but breaking them. Leading the way behind the camera, beyond the runway, and on the silver screen. Not just making our mark, but making a difference. Now that's a job for a Girl Scout. Girl Scouts, preparing girls for a lifetime of leadership.
Hey, son. How are you feeling?
I'm fine, Pops.
What's on your mind?
I can't explain it. Navigating without a compass, eyes waiting, started to wonder. Metamorphosis, the loss of who you thought you was.
When your kid can't find the language, help them find the lyrics. Listen to the Sound It Out album and get tips and tools to start a conversation at sounditouttogether.org. Brought to you by Ad Council and Pivotal Ventures.
BGSU Women's Golf travels to Iowa City to partake in the Diane Thompson Invitational on September 30th through October 1st. Falcon Media Sports Network has got you covered with the recap exclusively at bgfalconmedia.com.
I'm Fuad Reves, a home builder. Did you know there's a deadly, invisible radioactive gas that can seep into homes from underground? It's radon. Breathing radon can cause lung cancer. So protect your family. Talk to your builder. Tell them you want a healthier, safer, radon-resistant home.
Learn more. Visit the EPA at epa.gov/radon. That's epa.gov/radon. This public service announcement is brought to you by the EPA, who does not endorse this particular builder or any other commercial enterprise.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
She was 27 years old. She got in her car and took the gun that my grandfather had given her for self-defense. She never got to see her son grow up to be anything. Because she had easy access to a gun, I've been robbed of that relationship.
65 Americans a day die by gun suicide. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Wearing a safety belt is the easiest thing you can do to protect yourself, your family, and your friends. That is why the Ohio State Highway Patrol encourages all motorists to buckle up. This is Trooper Will Richardson of the Ohio State Highway Patrol's Bowling Green Post. Since 2017, 60% of people killed on Ohio roadways were not wearing a safety belt. It's simple. Safety belts save lives and reduce injuries and crashes. Remember, buckle up every trip, every time.
As far back as she can remember, Amy loved computers, how they worked, what they could do. They were a challenge. She wanted to learn as much as she could. So she harnessed her passion, and now she's a cybersecurity officer in the military. If you have a passion, a vision for your future in any field, todaysmilitary.com can be your path to a fulfilling career. You have a calling, we have an answer. Find your way at todaysmilitary.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
This is Henry Costco, and you are listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Not too cool for me. And in return, I reciprocate that sentiment. I'll never be too cool for you. I was a man with a plan, but now I'm a dad with a decree, and you can't take that from me. Please let it be noted that I told my job they can dock my pay. Right now, it's just too important to take you to school every day. I want to be legendary for you. I want you to puff out your chest when you go to school, the same way I do. I walk taller because of you, because I found everything to live for.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
How? BGSU versus University of Toledo, the volleyball battle of I-75 here in Savage Arena in Toledo, Ohio. I am Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network here in Savage Arena, calling the third game of the season between the Falcons and a MAC opponent. Today it's Toledo. Friday and Saturday it will be Western Michigan. We have the starting lineups here for the Falcons and the Rockets. Grace Freiberger, the libero, leading it off. Macy Metters, the defensive specialist. Kayla Ozanich, the middle blocker. She's joined with Sierra Pertzborn, the other middle blocker, Taylor Alt, and Izzy Granger, the outside hitters, as well as Macy Hatkovich, the setter for the Rockets. Sydney Hernandez leading off for the Falcons. Jessica Andrews is the middle blocker, joined with Alexis Mattil, Mia Tyler, Lindsay LaPinta, Lauren Hovey, and Amanda Otten in the middle. Quite a familiar starting lineup for the Falcons. Hasn't really changed a whole lot. And a couple of new players in the starting lineup, Kayla Ozanich and Macy Metters. Haven't played a lot of sets this season, but getting a start today against Bowling Green. Amanda Otten takes the first serve of the game. Hatkovich across to Izzy Granger, and Izzy Granger throws it down. I'm sorry, that's Taylor Alt for the first play of the game. 191 kills on the season. That's her 192nd. 19 aces, 110 digs, 25 blocks, 220 points for Taylor Alt. Kayla Ozanich. Mishandled by Sydney Hernandez. LaPinta lays out into the bleachers. And a 2-0 early lead for University of Toledo. Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network. Just a reminder, in the second set, Chaz McNeil will be on the call because of some headset malfunctions here in Savage Arena. Nothing we could really do about it, but we're going to do our best. Ozanich again. Did Hernandez let it go? No, she didn't. She tipped it. 3-0 Toledo over the Falcons. BG 7-6, 2-0 in the MAC after a 2-game sweep against Ball State, where they won 6 out of 8 sets. Ball is left long off of the service from Kayla Ozanich. And the Falcons take their first point of the game. Avery Anderson, somebody I am quite impressed with. She played a lot against Ball State. 3 aces, 3 errors on the season for her. She went in a lot of service situations. You can assume that it's because of her service, but also she made some very athletic plays. Sends her first one long, so that's her 4th error of the year, first of the game. But she made some very athletic plays, some nice rally-saving plays. Her and LaPinta are very strong back there. A lot of athleticism between the senior and the freshman. Avery Anders new to the ball club. Up and over from Toledo. Newblatt to Otten. Otten back set to Hovey. Hovey is received easily by Hotkovich. Hotkovich sets it up for the opposite. Now Otten. Quick over the middle to Alexis Mattil. She's blocked. LaPinta keeps it up. Otten way across to Newblatt. Newblatt sends it high. Not off a block. And 5-1 is the score. Toledo over the Falcons. Macy Hatkovich for his second serve in a row. Targets Newblatt to Otten. Otten back to Hovey. Hovey off the block, but in play. Good blocking from Sierra Pertzborn and Izzy Granger. Strong performance from Toledo. 6 for them, 1 for BG. Newblatt to Otten. Otten quick over the middle to Mattil. Throws it in front of Grace Freiberger. The freshman libero. BG takes their second point. Trying to climb their way back into this one. Mattil gets the kill, now gets the service. Targets Izzy Granger. Hatkovich across to Taylor Alt. Taylor Alt perfectly placed it in. Fifth-year Taylor Alt, closing in on 2,000 career kills. She's about 100 away. Will certainly pass it this season. It's her serve again. Targets Newblatt. 4 times they've targeted Newblatt today. Anders the quick over the middle. Avery Anders now gets it to Newblatt. Newblatt just has to tip it over. Back to Izzy Granger. Izzy Granger leaves it wide. 7-3 the score. BG within 4. Lauren Hovey, one of the favorite Falcons to have the ball in her hands. Received by Freiberger. Hatkovich, quick across to Pertzborn. Pertzborn throws it through the hands of Avery Anders. Nice quick over the middle. Pertzborn subs out, 6'3", redshirt freshman from Middleton, Wisconsin, 100 kills so far in this season. And she makes it 101 today. Avery Anders to LaPinta. LaPinta to Newblatt. Newblatt trying to give her an assist, but can't do it. Now the Falcons get it back. Otten way across to Newblatt. Newblatt reaches way up for that one. No power on the shot. Shot from the opposite. Otten quick across. Did they get it on the side? No, they didn't. Couldn't tip it over because Amanda Otten, and then I'll force Danielle Tomic to take her first timeout. 9 for Toledo, 3 for Bowling Green, WBGU 88.1 FM.
BGSU Volleyball battles the Toledo Rockets at Savage Arena for the Battle of I-75 on Tuesday, October 1st. Tune in to Falcon Media Sports Network's Ben Korak and Chaz McNeil for pregame at 5:45 and first serve at 6 p.m. on WBGU 88.1 FM.
I taught for 20 years, until I started forgetting my lectures.
Eventually, he had to quit. Getting his early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard, but it gave us time to take control of the situation together.
I can't imagine going through this without him.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
BG struggling to get in the air. The Rockets are soaring. They're up 9-3. 6 over the Falcons in the first set between Bowling Green and the University of Toledo. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network, covering the first set of this match due to some technical errors. I do not have Chaz McNeil with me, but he is sitting right next to me, and he will have the second set, and we'll alternate from there, bringing you the third MAC game of the season for the Falcons. Grace Freiberger, the libero. To Newblatt. Newblatt to Otten. Otten throws it down. Great play from Amanda Otten, showing the versatility like she has all year. That's her 32nd kill of the season. She has not played any position but setter. So that narrows the lead to 5 for Toledo. Sydney Hernandez, 12 aces, 14 errors. Neither one on this one. Hatkovich way across. Now Hernandez receives. Otten across to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler can't get it down. Hatkovich back set to the opposite. Kept up by Freiberger. Hatkovich now to the forefront. Izzy Granger kept up by LaPinta. Great play by the Falcons as Mia Tyler throws it down and through. Top spinned it across court. Just kissed the line. BG narrows their deficit to 4. Hernandez, second straight serve. Received by Freiberger perfectly. Hatkovich across to Kaylee Sharkey, transfer from Mississippi State. She's blocked. Now Izzy Granger gets a try off the block, and BG takes their 6 point. 9-6. Daniela Tomic, after the timeout, provokes her team to climb back into this one. Hernandez, third in a row. Again to Freiberger. Now across to Izzy Granger. Izzy Granger threatened by the block. Now Otten to Tyler! Tyler passed Izzy Granger, wasn't ready for it. 9-7. We really need to track how many point runs Bowling Green goes on after a timeout called by Daniela Tomic, because they were 9-3, now 9-7. 4 points in a row. Hatkovich across, thrown down. Caster Curse comes to fruition as Kayla Ozanich gets her first kill of the game. Macy Metters, junior defensive specialist. 21 sets played this season, 23 digs. Gets the start today. Received by Mia Tyler. Otten to Andrews. Andrews through the seam and cuts the lead down to 2. Lindsay LaPinta back for the serve after the kill by Jessica Andrews. Her first of the day. Mia Tyler has 2. Andrews, Otten, and Alexis Mattil have 1. Hatkovich back for Sharkey. Sharkey can't get it through. LaPinta to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler waits on it. Overset. She had a play there. She just knocked it back over. Hatkovich back set off the block. Hovey keeps it up, but nobody within the vicinity. And Kayla Ozanich for her second kill. BG chasing 3, 11-8. Still a lot of time left in the first set between the Falcons and the Rockets. Hernandez kept up by Otten. They just have to knock it over off the bad first touch by Sydney Hernandez. Hatkovich back, long from Ozanich. They cool her off after 2 straight kills. Izzy Granger, junior, 155 kills this season. She has yet to record one. She has 2 errors. Otten keeps it up off of the throwdown from the middle blockers on the Toledo side, but she can't do it. 13-8. Lead is now 5. So BG cuts it down to 2 at one point, now extended back. Granger has 19 aces on the year, but 24 errors. Kind of a recurring theme. That's her 25th error. Point goes to BG, a recurring theme for Toledo, as they have 98 aces on the year to 140 errors, compared to the Falcons' 79 aces to 111 errors, so a much better ratio of ace to error for the Falcons. And as I say, that service from Amanda Otten goes long. So they traded points. Toledo with 14, Bowling Green with 9. Kayla Ozanich to Hernandez. Hernandez to Otten. Otten to Tyler. Tyler's blocked. Hernandez gets low to dig it back out. Mia Tyler with the response, and she nails it. 14-10. Mia Tyler stays hot. Her third kill of the day. She had 28 against Ball State. Was the leading scorer through 2 games for the Falcons. Has yet to record an error. 3 kills, 6 attempts, 500 hitting percentage if you did the math yourself. Avery Anders, perfectly placed. Granger handles it. Hatkovich across. Now LaPinta to Otten. Otten over the middle to Mattil. Mattil off the block and down on the logo of Toledo. 14-11, lead cut to 3. Avery Anders again. Very impressive player with the athleticism. Quite solid serves. Hatkovich now goes for the kill. Wow. What a left hand from Macy Hatkovich. The sophomore, 7 kills on the year. That's her 8th. If you wanted to visualize that one, very similar to what Amanda Otten does. Just with a left hand, cross court. So that'll send her back to serve. Otten back to Hovey. Hovey off the block and on the side of the Falcons. Fantastic block from Taylor Alt. That blocking for Toledo has been quite strong. Sierra Pertzborn, Taylor Alt, Izzy Granger, Hatkovich in spots, Kayla Ozanich as well. Anders, Otten, Mattil keeps it up. So does Otten. Now Jordan Newblad just barely gets it over, hits the top of the tape. Hatkovich across, Taylor Alt's blocked. Immediately knows it's going out of play. 17 for Toledo, 11 for Bowling Green, and that'll force Daniela Tomic to take her second timeout. 17-11, Toledo over Bowling Green on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly. Jelly adjective. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org, brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt US Kids, and the Ad Council.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
BG climbed back into it, but now fell back to a 6-point deficit. Toledo up 17-11. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network here in Savage Arena in Toledo, Ohio for this one-game series against Toledo. Bowling Green also plays Toledo in the Stroh Center at home later on in the season, so it's a home and home, very spread out kind of series. So both rivalry games individually can be appreciated. Macy Hatkovich goes into the net. Sends a serve back to the Falcons without the orange and brown lifting a finger. So 17-12. Alexis Mattil, no aces, no errors. Couple of services from her. Freiberg handles it across to Taylor Alt. Taylor Alt, what a strong right hand off the block and not a play. Showing why she is so good. Such a fantastic player. Her and Lauren Hovey, very similar in their ability to record statistics on many different aspects of the game as Taylor Alt sends her serve long. As I make the comparison, Lauren Hovey steps up with the ball in her hands for the serve for the Falcons. Playing on the same side, Lauren Hovey the opposite, Taylor Alt the outside. Hovey a good 2 years younger however, so Bowling Green will have her longer than Alt. Now they get the free play. Otten back to Andrews. Andrews can't find the open space. Hatkovic across. Ozanich can't handle it. Now Newblatt. Newblatt's off the block. LaPinta. Otten tries to throw it through. Hatkovic keeps it up. Falcons free play. Otten over to Newblatt, off the block and out of play. 14th point, BG trails by 4. Kill for Jordan Newblatt. Her first of the game on 4 attempts, 1 error. Lauren Hovey gets her 28th ace of the season. 1 more to tie Paige Penrod for the all-time, the rally scoring era career aces leaderboard. Paige Penrod at 114, Lauren Hovey at 113. Chases it by 1. 28 are aces already on the season for Lauren Hovey, 18 errors. Always like to see that ratio. Mopping up some moisture on the floor. And a timeout will be taken by Jason Oliver from Toledo. So we will step aside once again, 18-15, BG trailing by 3 on WBGU 88.1 FM.
I spent a lot of time in the garage, but even more time in the rain and mud. In '95, I helped tow your moving trailer. And in '09, it was sparks from me, your chains, dragging behind your truck that accidentally started a wildfire.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas. Congratulations on getting your diploma. You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Timeout taken by Jason Oliver of Toledo, probably just to give his girls a break. The score is 18-15. BG trails by 3 in the first game of the Toledo versus Bowling Green series to be finished later on in the season. Both teams undefeated in the MAC, 2-0. Toledo against Northern Illinois, Bowling Green against Ball State. Lauren Hovey received, kept up by Ozanich, now across. LaPinta for the free play. Otten back to Andrews. Andrews off the block. Toledo keeps it up. Hatkovic across to Izzy Granger. Izzy Granger. Avery Andrews is too late to get there. Such a strong 1-2 from Taylor Alt and Izzy Granger. They don't play next to each other, both outside hitters. Currently, Taylor Alt is on the back row. Izzy Granger on the front row. As Freiberger targets Avery Anders. LaPinta dives to get it over the net. Fantastic play. Hatkovic, dive from Anders. Anders across to Otten. Otten with the strike. Off the block, into the net. Falcons take the point. Toledo chasing 20. 1 away. BG 4 away. Hernandez to serve. No aces, no errors so far in this game. Freiberger, Hatkovic to Sharkey. Sharkey can't land it. Otten throws it down in the middle. Can't leave that much open space for Amanda Otten because she will find it. 19-17, BG climbing back in. Sydney Hernandez again. Is it in? Yes, it is. Just touched the white line. Perfect for Sydney Hernandez. That's her 13th ace of the season and her first of the day. Tries it again. Freiberger. Hatkovich across to Izzy Granger. Izzy Granger leaves it long. No block. Falcons tie it up 19-19. Great run for the Falcons to get their way back into this one. Essentially a new ball game. And Toledo's Jason Oliver will challenge the play. We'll stick through it. Hopefully they show the replay on the board here in Savage Arena in Toledo, Ohio, so I can give you guys my opinion on what we think. Stay tuned for the second set. Chaz McNeil will have the call due to some headset errors. So we apologize for the inconvenience, but you'll hear his voice after the conclusion of this first set that hopefully will go to the orange and brown. The challenge here is that the ball was tipped, and it was tipped at the line after a quick challenge from the officials. So the score, instead of being 19-19, is 20-18 Toledo. Many of you may know the first team to 20 has, for some reason, a huge advantage over the first team to any other point. 5 points to play with for the Falcons. 7 points to play with for Toledo. So they are at the benefit. Macy Metters takes the service after the successful challenge by Jason Oliver. Head coach of Toledo Volleyball since 2018. LaPinta to Otten. Otten, force set to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler continues her hot streak. 4 kills for her on 8 total attempts, no errors. 28 kills against Ball State. Cannot stress how great she was in that series. Key offensive player for the Falcons, kept things going. Hatkovich, back sets to Ozanich, kept up by the Falcons. Now Mia Tyler for another attempt. That's her 9th, but no kill. Izzy Granger, kept up by Sydney Hernandez. Otten, way across to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler, oh, it's wide. Daniela Tomic looking for the challenge. She's going to use it. I think that's a great call by Daniela Tomic to use her challenge on this play. 21-19 is the score currently. This would make it a 20-20 game if standing, and give Mia Tyler her 5th kill. Again, they are not showing the replay in Savage Arena, which is unfortunate, but we'll stick through it. Daniela Tomic looked to her bench, who has a good view down the line, to see if they should challenge that one. The bench said yes, and so does Daniela Tomic. She hands the green card to the official. Official looking it over. 4 kills for Mia Tyler, could extend it to 5 if the call is overturned. 3 kills for Amanda Otten, 1 for Andrews and Newblatt, and 2 for Alexis Mattil, the other middle blocker, alongside Jessica Andrews. 6 digs already for Lauren Hovey. She has yet to record a kill, but she does have an ace, so 1 point for her on the day. 4 kills for Kayla Ozanich. 4 kills for Taylor Alt, 2 for Izzy Granger on 2 errors and 7 total attempts. And a kill for Macy Hatkovich and Sierra Pertzborn. Official still looking at it. Looks like he's telling the scorers what his call will be. BG's efficiently has not been what it was against Ball State. They're hitting 200 right now, opposed to Toledo's 345. 11 kills for the Falcons, trailing Toledo by only 1, but they have 3 more errors on 1 more attempt as well. 2 aces for both teams, 2 total blocks for Toledo, 1 for the Falcons. The blocking has been outstanding for Toledo. Sierra Pertzborn and Taylor Alt have 2 blocking assists apiece. That's all the blocking for Toledo, but it's been enough to stifle especially Lauren Hovey on the opposite side. The official's taking a long time to look at this. From my eagle eye view, it looked to be in. It looked to have touched the white line. We'll see what the call is. He gives it right now. The point stays with Toledo, so it must have been mistaken. Still a good challenge from Daniela Tomic. Would have tied the game up if it stood. And that'll put Izzy Granger behind the line again. No aces, 1 errors. She has 19 aces on the season. This one is not. Hernandez, Otten, quick over the middle to Mattil. Mattil is kept up by Metters. Metters over the middle to Kayla Ozanich, and Kayla Ozanich, the middle blocker, throws it through. Her 5th kill of the day on 8 total attempts. BG's got to find an answer for her. She is the leading attacker against the Falcons. Hernandez to LaPinta. LaPinta just knocks it over on the second touch. Hatkovich across to Taylor Alt. Taylor Alt is received by Sydney Hernandez. Mia Tyler can't handle it as it goes into the bench. 23 Toledo, 19 for the Falcons. Quick couple of points for the Rockets. BG trails by 4 after tying the game at 19 just a few minutes ago. Granger again, Hernandez. Otten. Otten needs to be perfect. She is to Tyler. Tyler off the block, lays out from Freiberger, but she can't handle it. 23-20. Huge rally for the Falcons, running out of time. They can only give up 1 more point to Toledo before they have to make a huge move. Otten over. Metters, Hatkovich, across to Taylor. Oh, Taylor Alt is blocked! Alexis Mattil and Lauren Hovey adding a block assist for them. 23-21. Huge play from the Falcons. And that'll force Jason Oliver from the Rockets to take his 2nd timeout. So no timeouts for either team. 23-21 Toledo over Bowling Green. WBGU 88.1 FM.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication.
Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Rockets lead the Falcons 23-21. Bowling Green versus Toledo in the 3rd MAC game for both teams. Both teams sitting at 2-0, deciding match for whether or not, or I should say for which team staying undefeated going into this coming weekend. Amanda Otten serves after a block from Alexis Mattil and Lauren Hovey. Hatkovich across to Taylor Alt again, blocked on the side of the Falcons though. 24-21 set point for Toledo, and Bowling Green's got no more points to give. Hovey, Mattil, LaPinta, Otten, Tyler, and Sydney Hernandez. Avery Adamski in the game for the service in place of Kayla Ozanich. Surprising play from Jason Oliver, considering Ozanich has 2 aces and an error. Has been the best player for the Rockets in this game. Hernandez, Otten to Tyler. Tyler off the reception from Taylor Alt. Does it go into the stands? Yes, it does. BG narrows it to 2. Still cannot give up a point. Have to tie this game up. They need 2 straight to take the first set. Avery Anders, so the aggression felt by Falcon serves kind of has to go away now, given that you can't send it out of play. This one's in, Freiberger. Hatkovich to Alt. Alt is blocked, kept up by Toledo. Hatkovich will try it again. LaPinta keeps it up. Anders Bump set to Newblatt. Newblatt just has to leave the free ball. Toledo can put it away here. Hatkovich across the middle, and she throws it in. Sierra Pertzborn gets a kill to stop the set. 25 for Toledo, 22 for Bowling Green. They try and come back in the second on WBGU 88.1 FM.
Your kids about the dangers of vaping can be hard. Getting them to listen to hot gossip is easy. So here's some drama you could share with your kid. Dude, did you hear about Cassie and Jake? No, but did you hear that vaping can cause irreversible lung damage and nicotine affects brain development? Nuh-uh. You don't need to gossip if you want to have an open conversation about vaping. So if you want to get tips on when and how to talk to your kids, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is often laced into illicit drugs and used to make fake versions of prescription pills. You can't see it, taste it, or smell it. Suppliers mix fentanyl into their products because it's potent and cheap, and the dealer might not even know. Keep yourself and others safe by knowing the real deal on fentanyl. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Welcome back here to Savage Arena. I am Chaz McNeil, and I will be taking you through this second set. Thank you to Ben Korak for letting me in on this. I don't know if you have heard, but we've had a little bit of issues with that headset situation, so we're just going to be going back and forth, Ben and I. And what a first set. It looked like Toledo was going to run away with that one, but Bowling Green stuck around, got within 3, unable to pull a lead out of that entire set. They managed to tie it at a point, but besides that, Toledo managed to take away the first set. Now, this is not unfamiliar territory for Bowling Green. They have, every loss they've had so far this season, except for one, has been a full sweep. Now, the Falcons are going to have some work to do. They're going to have to take some sets back, but the Falcons, yet again, undefeated in MAC play through 2, including 2 games against Ball State. They swept the series, and we are about to get play back underway here to start the second set. Falcons bringing out Lauren Hovey, Alexis Mattel, Mia Tyler, Sydney Hernandez, Lindsay LaPinta, and Amanda Otten. So the starters for that first set. To serve for the Rockets will be Granger, who so far today has 1 error, no aces. Granger on the serve. Received by Tyler, sent right back over. And right on the kill, that is all. Tyler attempted to just bring that one over, but I believe we're going to get a net violation here by the Falcons. Lauren Hovey walks over, getting a conversation about what might be going on. Coach Tomich also trying to straighten things out here before play resumes. That one an interesting one there, as the serve by Granger was received by Otten, and Tyler, who went to send it over, just had a quick meet up. Tyler on the receive, off the serve, and Mattil with the kill. So 1-all early. Falcons have Avery Anders on the serve. If Anders is to score here, that would be the first Falcon lead of the day. Anders getting a couple good luck bounces in. The serve over. And it will be out. So that is point Toledo on another service error by Avery Anders. That's her second so far today. Serve now for the Rockets. That's going to be Ozonic. And that serve will be out as well. So a couple service errors being traded by both sides as we get it knotted up yet again. That the second service error for Ozonic. On the season, though, not something you'd really expect from her. She has 6, so you would expect it. Excuse me. Served by Mattil. Received. Kill attempt by Petersborn. Received by the Falcons. Sent back over. Hold on the attack. And that one at the feet of Mattil. Point Rockets. Rockets continuing to just stay in front of the Falcons, not letting them get a lead, just staying one step ahead. Number 13, Hatskowitz to serve. Receive Anders. Otten on the setup. Attack by Newblatt will be good in the back front corner. And that was great placement there by Newblatt, who was able to get it past a combination of Rockets who saw that one as going out. Lauren Hovey now will serve for the Falcons, 3-3. A service ace would tie her all time. That one received by Alt. The setup and the attack saved by LaPinta. Setup, Otten. Attack by Newblatt, put back by the Rockets. Point Toledo. So yet again, we're seeing just this trade of points going back and forth. As now up to serve is Alt. The serve is out. So another service error by the Rockets, keeping the Falcons in this one. That service error for Alt is her second today and her 23rd on the season. Sydney Hernandez now to serve for the Orange and Brown. Hernandez on the jump, received by the Rockets. Set up Haskowitz, and the attack will be good. Point Toledo. That was number 22, Pertzborn. Serve by Toledo. It's over. Received by LaPinta. Set up Otten. Attack Andrews, and it will be just outside. Out of bounds. And that was just unfortunate. That was a close call by Andrews, but just unable to hit the tape there. Back to serve again is Freeberger. Received by LaPinta. Set up Otten. Tyler on the attack. Blocked at the net. Put back up by Andrews. Hernandez. Tyler sends it back over. Receive Rockets. Set up Hatskowitz. Blocked at the net again. Sent back over Rockets. Hovey puts it up. Otten on the setup. Tyler put back up again. That was Granger. Attack by Alt. Put up by Hovey. LaPinta sends it over. Tyler brings it fully over, and that one will not be handled by Alt. Falcons score. 6-5, Rocket advantage. And that was just a very solid back and forth by both squads, but the Falcons able to outlast the Rockets there. Now within one, Lindsay LaPinta on the serve. To the left of me, Ben Korak getting some photos in. Getting a little outside of his territory. LaPinta, the serve. Will hit the net. That one a service error for Lindsay LaPinta, her first of the night. So now 7-5 Rocket advantage. Serve by Toledo will be received strugglingly by Tyler, but that doesn't matter to Amanda Otten, who puts it over. Nobody able to get to that one in time. Point Falcons. Toledo's defense is not one you really want to mess with. They allow the second best opponent hitting percentage in the MAC as Otten sends the serve over. That one received. Put up by Hatkovich. And the kill by Sydney Granger. Just a fireball past several Falcons. Point Toledo. Granger now to serve. The ball is up and it's over. Tyler on the reception, setup. Otten and Lauren Hovey with a medium strength shot that just bounces off a couple Rockets there, and that is point BG, 8-7. Falcons in a 1-point deficit as Avery Anders comes up to serve. Anders gets about 20 good luck bounces in. She throws it up and it's over. Received by the Rockets and a one-arm putback by Hatkovich. Newblatt slamming it down back over to Toledo's side. Alt blocked up by Mattil. Back over by Newblatt. Set up Rockets. Alt again, but that will be outside. And that will be a tied game now. Both sides. Avery Anders now for her second serve in a row. An ace or any point here would put the Falcons ahead for the first time today. Anders. It's up. Received on a diving attempt. Hatkovich put up. Blocked at the net by the Falcons. Lauren Hovey brings it up. Otten on the setup. Soft touch by Newblatt. Struggle over. Manages to bring it over. Otten again on the setup. Lauren Hovey with a big shot. LaPinta, what a dig out, but unable to get anything going as it's popped around by several Falcons. Newblatt, the last one to touch it. That was a great attempt to keep it alive by LaPinta. Serving is going to be Adamski. No errors or aces today. That one will be neither as it's brought up by LaPinta. Otten on the setup and Mattil with the kill with a very solid shot in the back of the court. Mattil with her fourth kill of the day. The serve, go over, received by Granger. The attack by Granger will also be good. So Toledo staying ahead, 10-9. As we just see this continued back and forth by both squads. Toledo second in the MAC in points. They've got 16.89 a set. Bowling Green a bit behind them, sixth, sitting dead center, 15.89. As the serve by the Rockets is received well. And the kill attempt by Newblatt will be just outside. So the Rockets are going to extend their lead now to 2 as we will have number 13, Hatkovich, come up. Edita Vazwatchik will check into the game for the Orange and Brown. And her reception on the serve will not be a good one as that one bounces into the stands for a reception error there. And we will get a timeout here by the Falcons, so we will take it with them. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball in Savage Arena on WBGU 88.1. Don't go anywhere.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. Ah, that's the scent of shopping success. Because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
If you're just tuning in, we've got a good one brewing here at Savage Arena. I'm Chaz McNeil here for your second set, joined by Ben Korak, who will have the third set following this. And hopefully, if you're a Falcon fan, a fourth and maybe fifth, as the Rockets have a 12-9 advantage on Bowling Green here through the midway point of the second set. And it's been a very solid back and forth. Rockets pulling away off of a couple errors. You had the error by Jordan Newblatt and then the service ace off of the error by Vazwacek, as the serve by the Rockets will be received by Hovey. Sent over by Vazwacek and blocked at the net is Jessica Andrews, getting her frame up in there, and that is a good block. So Falcons now shrink the lead 12-10. Lauren Hovey to serve. Lauren Hovey, one service ace away from tying the all-time record for Bowling Green, but that will go as an error as Hovey sails that one over on the far side. So now to serve for the Rockets will be Alt. Alt getting a couple bounces in. Taylor Alt leading the team with aces. That one will not go there, as it is received by Otten and sent over by Vazwacek on the kill off the hands of a Rocket, resulting in a Falcon point. Sydney Hernandez will now go in, as out goes Vazwacek and in comes Tyler. So Sydney Hernandez so far today, she has one ace and no errors, and just as I say that, that ball will sail outside of the tape and go for her first service error of the day. 14-11, Rockets lead. Freiberger prepares the serve, sent over, received by LaPinta. The setup, Hernandez, Tyler on the kill, blocked at the net, off of her own shoulder, and that is a Toledo point. The Rockets extending 15-11, just 5 points away from hitting the 20 club. Serve again is Freiberger. Grace Freiberger, Lima, Ohio native. She's a freshman, sitting at just 5'7". Her serve received by Hernandez. Set up Otten, kill attempt. Tyler, good dig out there by Freiberger. Sent over, received by Hernandez. Tyler again off the hands. Again blocked at the net by the combination of Andrews and Tyler, and that will be a Falcon point. 12-15. Rockets trying to shut down the Falcons, but the orange and brown are clawing their way back in. Lindsay LaPinta on the serve, received by Alt. Set up Hatkovich, and the kill attempt will be good with Lindsay LaPinta unable to get to that one in time. On the close side corner. Serving now for the Toledo Rockets is number 3, Macy Meadors. Meadors served, received poorly by Sydney Hernandez, and that will be a service ace. Meadors first ace of the season. Meadows trying to keep up the good vibes here for the Rockets. The serve into the net. That will be a service error. Also, her third service error of the year. 17-13, Amanda Otten will now serve. So far today, Otten has one error on the serve side. No aces, as that one is reserved by Freiberger. The setup, Hatskovich. Attack by Alt will be good as it goes off of a diving LaPinta and unable to be recovered. And a timeout will be called by the Falcons, who will try to get out of this 5-point deficit. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on WBGU 88.1. Don't go anywhere.
Some people won't give you the real talk on drugs, but it's time we know the facts. Fentanyl is killing people. It's a powerful opioid, often made illegally and commonly mixed with illicit drugs. It can even be pressed into counterfeit pills that resemble prescription medications. Just 2 milligrams, about the size of a few grains of sand, can potentially be lethal. This isn't an ad to scare you, but it is an ad to make you think twice. Get the facts. Go to realdealonfentanyl.com. This message is brought to you by the Ad Council.
This season, Falcon Media Sports Network is partnering with WBGU PBS. We will bring you broadcasts of home matches for BGSU men's and women's soccer featuring FMSN's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Henry Costco. Head over to the WBGU PBS YouTube channel to listen in.
Welcome back here to Savage Arena. I'm Chaz McNeil here for your second set. And the Rockets are just 7 points away from putting away set number 2 against the Bowling Green State University Falcons. It's 18-13 here. And in what is a more spaced out set than the first one, the final set ended 25-22 with both teams going back and forth. Right now, Falcons finding themselves down. Head coach Daniela Tomic calling a timeout as the serve by the Rockets will be received by Hernandez. Set up Otten, and the kill attempt by Mattil is a good one as that one slashes across the court, hitting the close side tape. It is now 18-14. Now to serve is Avery Anders, the freshman. Today, Anders has 2 errors, no aces, from the service side. Anders is up, and it's over, and it is way too far for error number 3. Point Rockets. It's now 19-14. Number 7 will serve now. Adamski. Adamski has 1 ace so far on the season to 6 errors. And today she has neither, as that one will be received by Vatswadzek. Set up, Otten, soft touch. Hovey will not go. Block up at the net by the Rockets. Mattil sends it over, Mattil brings it over to Vatswadzek, who sends it over, unable to be handled. The diving attempt by Adamski will not go. Falcons score there. 19-15. As we will have another meeting, and Toledo will take a timeout, so we'll take it with him. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on WBGU 88.1. Don't go anywhere.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force, and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA, is really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families, and one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Official review still going on after the attack by the Falcons that dribbled its way on the inside of the Rockets' side was ruled Falcon point. Toledo did not seem to like the look at that, so they offered, they wanted to get another look at it. So now, Jason Oliver, the head coach for the Rockets in his 7th year, had the challenge be put out. We're still looking at it. No official ruling yet. The points would be huge for Bowling Green, who are down 4 currently. But they're still sticking around. This is a Bowling Green team that has faced adversity. One of the toughest non-conference schedules you could ask for. Games against Big 12 opponents like Cincinnati. Games against Big 10 opponents like a home-and-home series against Ohio State. A home game against Illinois. They've had some tough opponents. Number 22 ranked Dayton. And the review is going to go the Falcons' way, as it will remain orange and brown point. On the service is Alexis Mattil. Mattil, no aces, no errors yet today. She takes her time, waiting for the whistle. She hears it. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. Up goes the ball, the jump. Ball over, received by the Rockets. The setup, Hatskovich. Setup, Otten. Vizwachik on the attack, again brought over by the Rockets. Lauren Hovey with what a bring out. Andrews sends it over. Hatskovich on the setup. Oh, blocked up at the net, but it will be a Falcon point as the block will go outside. Mattil will be checked out. And in will go Anders. Served by the Rockets is up, and it is out. That was Hatkovich. Lauren Hovey will now return fire. Again, Hovey, 1 ace shy of tying all-time record, and there she will. 114th ace for Lauren Hovey in her young career. Just a junior, now looking to break that record that was previously held by Paige Penrod back in 2013. But we will get a timeout here before it all goes through. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on WBGU 88.1.
All the talks we've had over the years, including what you've told me about not using alcohol and other drugs, they stick with me. And believe it or not, they really do make a difference, especially at times that matter most.
Hey, want a drink?
No thanks, I'm good. So thank you, Dad, for talking and preparing me for what's ahead.
Thank you for talking.
For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
This hour of programming on WBGU-FM is brought to you by Taco Bell, now hiring for all positions at Wooster and Main Street locations. Apply at buckeyebell.com.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department.
Lauren Hovey on the serve. And that will be just a touch short of a breaking aces. It's an error that's just a bit outside. So now to serve will be Alt for the Rockets. Her serve, a good one. Fitzwatchik sets it up. Otten brings it up. Fitzwachik blocked up at the net. Andrews, my apologies. Checking out now will be Anders and Fitzwachik, as in come Sydney Hernandez and Mia Tyler. Hernandez will serve. 21-18 here at Savage Arena. The serve by Hernandez will be a good one, and off of the hands of Freiberger, unable to dig that one out. That's a service ace, her second today. 21-19, looking to shrink the lead to 1. Hernandez waits for the whistle. She hears it. One bounce. Ball's up. It's over. Received well by the Rockets. Freiberg sets it up. Granger. LaPinta on the dig out. Tyler on the attack. Saved by Freiberger. And that attack will be out by the combination of Granger and Alt. That's Falcon point. 21-20, yet again to serve will be Sydney Hernandez. Just a freshman and seeing a lot of starting time. Hernandez, the serve, over, received by Freiberger. Up, touched at the top, and brought over Falcon side. On, sets it up, and Fitzwachik puts it down. Or Andrews, my apologies, again puts it down. Falcons tie it all up for their first lead of the day. If Hernandez can deliver here. Now we will get another timeout by the Rockets. So you are listening to Falcon Volleyball on WBGU 88.1. We'll take this with them. Don't go anywhere.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
This is Artie Abrego, and you're listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
21-all here at Savage Arena as the Falcons look to take their first set of the day here in set 2. I'm Chaz McNeil as the serve by Sydney Hernandez will go as an ace. What a shot by Hernandez. That puts the Falcons in the lead for the first time today, 22-21. The Orange and Brown are now 3 away from taking set number 2. Served by Hernandez. Fielded by the Rockets. Block up at the top by Orange and Brown will fall inside. Rockets tie it up. That one was received by Hatkovich. So now to serve will be Freiberger. Grace Freiberger does not have an ace or an error so far today. Both squads are within 3 of putting away set number 2. We're going to get a conversation between Alt and Freiberger here as we hear the whistle. Freiberger, couple strong bounces. The serve is outside. Now the Orange and Brown are 2 away from taking set number 2. 23-22 as Lindsay LaPinta will come up to serve. The grad student who one day wants to own her own business is setting up shop here. The serve received by the Rockets. Blocked at the top by Otten. Set up. Hatkovich. And the putback by Otten will be saved. Hakovic puts up again. Granger, the shot. It will go. 23 all. As Sydney Granger has yet another kill. They are spreading the wealth here. That's 9 kills by Alt, 6 by Granger, 5 by Ozanek. A lot of spread here. Mia Tyler leads the Falcons with 7 kills. Lauren Hovey having an uncharacteristic game. She's got just 1 kill so far today. Falcons are going to need a little bit more offensive efficiency out of her if they're going to want to win this one. The serve by the Rockets will be received by Hernandez. Set up Otten. Tyler on the attack. Off the hands of Freiberger. Set up Hakovic. Attack Granger. Off of Otten. 24-23 Rocket advantage. Bowling Green now need a point here to stay alive in set number 2. The serve will be Meadows. And it's a go one. Received by Hernandez. Set up Otten. Tyler ties it up. We are going to go to extra points here. 24 all. And if you don't know the rules of extra points here in volleyball, I'll be happy to explain. First to get a 2 advantage will win. So if it's 26-24, either team, that will take us to set number 3. If not, they have to win by 2. So we might be here for a while as Amanda Otten will serve for the orange and brown. Otten has an error today, no aces. The serve received by Freiberger. Mattel tries to put back, blocked at the net. That one goes off of her. It is 25-24, Rocket advantage. Now to serve is Granger for the Rockets. Toledo, if they take the second set, would be huge as the Falcons have been swept in 5 out of their 6 losses this season. Granger's serve, received by Tyler. Set up Otten. Mattel on the attack, outside, and that will do it for set number 2. Rockets take it 26-24. Ben Korak, my broadcast partner, will have the third set for you. I've been Chaz McNeil. You are listening to WBGU 88.1. Don't go anywhere.
Never completely ready to adopt a teen.
For late nights writing English papers.
For your teen's music taste.
For dinners, where they talk more on their phone than with you.
For the first time, they call you Mom.
You're never completely ready to adopt a teen, and you can't imagine the reward.
To learn more about adopting a teen, visit adoptuskids.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those round trips, which are perfect on your way there and perfect on your way back? Or those meetings with friends, surprise parties, camps, birthdays. The same way you plan for the important moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
BGSU Women's Golf travels to Iowa City to partake in the Diane Thompson Invitational on September 30th through October 1st. Falcon Media Sports Network has got you covered with the recap exclusively at bgfalconmedia.com.
My name is Teresa Barber. I was in the United States Navy, and I served overseas in the Middle East and Africa. Early on in my career, I had a commander that taught our suicide prevention training, and the very next day, he took his own life. 90% of suicide attempts involving a gun are fatal. My way of continuing my service is to help protect my community by being a responsible gun owner and by storing firearms safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Trace Terry is the junior forward on the BGSU men's soccer team, and he is this week's Falcon Media Sports Network Athlete of the Week. After a 2-goal game in Bowling Green's 2-1 road win over Bradley on Friday night, Terry was awarded his first career Missouri Valley Conference Offensive Player of the Week award. The junior striker followed up his 2-goal performance against Bradley with another 2 goals against Eastern Illinois on Tuesday night in their 5-0 win at the Rossford Dome. Terry is second in the Missouri Valley Conference with 8 goals on the year, joining Bennett Painter as one of 2 Falcons in the top 3. The Bellbrook, Ohio native has 14 goals and 7 assists already in his career as a Falcon, totaling 35 career points. This has been Falcon Media Sports Network's Athlete of the Week.
Bowling Green needs 3 sets in a row to come back into this game and take the match versus Toledo in the volleyball battle of I-75. I am Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network, back in place of Chaz McNeil. We had to alternate due to some headset issues, but we alternated. We're back. Hopefully you get to hear Chaz again, because if you do, that means that Bowling Green took it to another set, and then hopefully you get to hear me after that for the 5th and final set. But for right now, we're heading into the 3rd. Toledo leads 2-0, winning the last one 26-24. A bit of an odd set, and it was very electric, very tight, but only 7 kills total for the Falcons, 5 kills total for Toledo. A hitting percentage at or below 200 for both teams. Quite an odd, a very odd set for the Falcons and Toledo. But here we go again, something I got to see very well. And just watching the game, not having to commentate on it, was seeing Edita Vaswavchik in the game, being that 2nd or 3rd option outside hitter off the bench for the Falcons. It was really huge. She always does bring a little bit of life. When she got in the game, they went on that little run there, down by as much as 5 at one point, came all the way back, tied it, even went up by 1, and then in the end, Toledo was able to come back. Izzy Granger has just had a fantastic day, 7 kills for her on 17 total attempts. Taylor Alt as well, 9 kills, only 2 errors, 18 total attempts, 389 hitting percentage for her. She leads both teams in points with 10.5. But we shouldn't forget about Mia Tyler, 7 kills, 2 errors, 21 total attempts, 238 hitting percentage, the leading scorer for the Falcons, just in front of Alexis Mattil, who has 6 kills on 11 attempts, 2 errors, 364 hitting percentage from the middle blocker. Mattil is the one who will take the first serve of this 3rd set. Received easily. Now in a good strike from Taylor Alt. She gets her 10th kill of the day, and is now only 5 digs away from a double-double. Kayla Ozanich standing way back from the line. Ball in her left hand. Will hit it with her right, running up and jump, and sends it long into the official. So tie game 1-1. PG absolutely needs to take this one. They had a lot of momentum coming out of the Ball State series. Toledo came out very hot, hotter than we've seen them play in a while. Put the first set definitely down on the Falcons. The Falcons battled back in the second, quite close, just went to the wrong side of the floor if you're a Falcon fan. Hatkovich across, and the strike is long from Izzy Granger, and the Falcons take a 2-0 lead. Otten, Andrews, Anders, LaPinta, Lauren Hovey, and Edita Vaswavchik on the floor. Vaswavchik in as the 3rd outside hitter. Lauren Hovey is on watch for a record. Does she get it here? No, she doesn't. Across to Taylor Alt. Taylor Alt off the block. She uses those blocks so well to get her points. Just absolutely immaculate touch from her. 11 kills, 2 errors, 20 attempts, 450 hitting percentage from an outside hitter. Macy Hakovic. Vaswavchik to Otten. Otten back to Vaswavchik. A strike off the block and down. BG takes a lead, 3-2. Chaz McNeil has put down the headset, now picked up the camera. Falcon Media Sports Network does it all. Film, pictures, broadcasts, written. BGFalconMedia.com, BG_FMSN on Twitter. You can view all of our content. Hakovic across to Taylor Alt. Taylor Alt off the block, and the point goes to BG. Amanda Otten and Jessica Andrews, my favorite blocking duo from Bowling Green. Andrews has 3 blocking assists and a solo block today. That's 2.5 blocks for her, adding in her 2 kills. That's 4.5 points for Jessica Andrews. Hakovic, did she hit the net? No, she didn't. Hovey keeps it up, but the rest of the Falcons can't. Toledo takes one back, 4-3. Bowling Green leads, but is down in 2 sets, so they need 3 sets in a row. Taylor Alt, 19 aces this season, none today. Across Tyler. Tyler, a rip is blocked. Otten back to Jessica Andrews on the slide, kept up by Toledo. Good play. Hakovic over the middle to Pertzborn. Pertzborn couldn't knock it down. Now Toledo gets a second try. Hakovic across to Pertzborn again. Oh, it's in. Very close. Just must have grazed the line. No challenge coming from BG. Here's the replay. Yes, it was in, just barely. So now Taylor Alt switching sides. She did serve from the far side of the court. Now she serves from the near side of the court. Sends this one long, so maybe she should have stuck to the outside hitter position of the court. Nevertheless, BG takes a point, 5-4. LaPinta, no ace, 1 error. This one could be an ace, and it is off the first touch from Taylor Alt on the back row. Rare misreception from her, but an ace nevertheless. (6-4) BG over Toledo. Hakovic across to Izzy Granger. Izzy Granger from way downtown can't get enough on it. Mia Tyler, she gets enough. Blocked. Otten. Hernandez. Hernandez bump set to Mia Tyler off the block and down. Spun it sideways and spun to where there was no blue and gold. And BG extends their lead to 3, 7-4. BG serving right to left. Toledo serving left to right. Wearing the white, BG wearing the orange. And a foot violation from Lindsay LaPinta. You know, I have never said it because of the caster's curse, but she flirts with that almost every time. Her foot very close to the line. She got it this one, so a fault and a service error for Lindsay LaPinta. I believe that is recorded as a service error. 7-5 is the score. Grace Freiberger, the libero, wearing all blue. To Hernandez. Hernandez to Otten. Otten, quick over the middle to Mattil. Mattil rips it from the middle on the quick. Interesting dynamic between the middle blockers on the Falcons. Jessica Andrews loves that slide to her right side, ending up where Lauren Hovey stands on the opposite. Alexis Mattil likes the quick over the middle. And in both cases, Otten's done a pretty good job today of getting them the ball. Now Mattil strikes off the overset. Hakovic now across the middle. Kayla Ozanich leaves it in. She started very hot. She had 5 kills in the first set. That was just her 7th kill of the day on 11 total attempts. 8-6 BG. Hernandez to Otten. Otten way across to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler knocks it cross court. Hakovic now deep to Taylor Alt. Taylor Alt off the tape. Lucky strike as it falls over and between the lines. Just hit the top of the tape and it tumbles over, just like you'll see on services sometimes. Was not planned, but works out for UT. 8-7. Macy Metters. Otten to Lauren Hovey. Lauren Hovey strikes it across to Hakovic. Hakovic can't handle it. No power, but a nice little push. Found good location. Hakovic on the net, had to make a play, but couldn't do it. Edita Vaswavchik in the game. A little bit of pride here as the PA announcer did not pronounce her name right. Us, Falcon Media Sports Network, have pronounced it enough that we know it's Vaswavchik. Anders to Alt. Alt sets it. Bump set from Hakovic. Is it off the block? Yes, it is, and it goes out of play. Taylor Alt with a rip. Looked like it was going out. No way for the blockers to know. Hovey and Alexis Mattil. Set from Amanda Otten, mishandled. Tumbled out of her hands. 9-9 the score. Tied up. Imagine Danielle Tomic might use a timeout sometime soon as the momentum has swung completely away from Bowling Green. It's Granger over. Avery Anders, athletic play to keep it up. Lauren Hovey off of Hatkovic and out of play. Hovey's third kill of the day on 10 attempts. 3 errors for her as well, so no hitting percentage recorded. Mia Tyler up to 8 kills. Alexis Mattil up to 7. 12 from Taylor Alt. 8 from Izzy Granger. And 6 from Kayla Ozanich. Mattil received by Granger. Granger now from downtown to Anders. Anders another good dig. Otten to Vaswavchik. Vaswavchik off the block. Can't find the floor. Across to Taylor Alt. Rejected by Lauren Hovey and Jessica Andrews. 11-9, BG extends the lead to 2. Mattil, no aces, no errors, 2 digs, 7 kills, 417 hitting percentage, 7.5 total points. Granger receives, she is a service target. Taylor Alt leaves this ball long. Strong strike from Taylor Alt. BG let it go up the seam, meaning the gap between the back row players, and landed exactly where Alexis Mattil takes her service now. This one overset. Vaswavchik keeps it up. Otten back set to Tyler. Lauren Hovey from downtown, but it's blocked. And that brings the score back to within 4. A timeout will be called by Jason Oliver of Toledo, and we'll take a step back as well. 13 for BG, 9 for Toledo. They need 3 in a row. WBGU 88.1 FM.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
BG needs 3 sets in a row to win their 3rd MAC game of the year. They are 2-0, but so is Toledo, and 2-0 is also the score of sets. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network here in Savage Arena in Toledo, Ohio. Bowling Green serving Toledo at the hands of Alexis Mattil. Central Michigan leads Eastern Michigan 2-0, trying to keep their undefeated record alive as well. Otten back to Hovey. Hovey's blocked. Is it out of play? Yes, it is. 14 for BG, 9 for Toledo. Huge set to take for the Falcons, especially because if they don't take it, Toledo does, and that would put the game away and send the orange and brown back with their first MAC loss. BG has Western Michigan coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday. Tune into this same station to listen to both of those games. As there's a strike from Kayla Ozanich, I should say, over the middle. That's her 8th kill of the day, 13 total attempts. 2 aces, 3 errors, 2 blocking assists, so 1 total block, and 10 points. She's second in points on the team behind Taylor Alt, who has 13.5. Avery Anders to Otten. Otten can't keep it up. Good play just to keep it alive from Avery Anders, but it went a little bit long of Amanda Otten, so that first touch needs to be cleaned up for the Falcons. Avery Adamski serves, Bowling Green. Jessica Andrews over the middle takes the point away, 15-11. Now Lauren Hovey, again, she's on watch. Currently tied with Paige Penrod, 114 career aces. That's a program record in the rally scoring era. She gets the ball. Left hand, up and over. No ace this time. Hakovic across the middle, blocked by the Falcons. Jessica Andrews and Edita Vaswavchik. Rare emotion showed from Jessica Andrews, just showing you how key this is for the Falcons to not only take this set, keep the game alive, but to take some momentum and some confidence while you're doing it. Hovey again. Left hand over. No ace again. Hakovic across into the net. That'll be the 4th touch. And Hovey gets a 3rd chance at possible history. Timeout looks to be taken. Yet to say who took the timeout, but whoever it is, we'll take it with them. 17 for BG, 11 for Toledo. WBGU 88.1 FM. Don't go anywhere.
What is dedication?
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that my kids wouldn't have a father. And I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. I definitely had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
That's dedication. Visit fatherhood.gov to hear more. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
The Falcons hoping for a 5-set match here as they trail 2-0 in Savage Arena, Toledo, Ohio, the home of the Toledo Rockets. BGVB, UTVB, both undefeated in the MAC after the first MAC series. UT had NIU. Bowling Green, as you may know, had Ball State. Both teams were able to sweep, now try and keep their undefeated record alive. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network. For BGSU Sports News and Updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BG_FMSN on Twitter. So here we go. Lauren Hovey, 114 career aces. Paige Penrod, tied with Hovey. Now here is Lauren Hovey. Ball in the right hand, strikes it with the left. Up and over, received by Izzy Granger, not this one. Taylor Alt with the kill, kept up by Vaswavchik. Vaswavchik now with an attack, kept up easily. Across to Alt. Alt's blocked, she keeps it up. Hatkovich across to Alt again. LaPinta, great play by LaPinta and Hovey just to keep it up. They knock it over. Free play for UT. Off the block. Vaswavchik, bump set. Across the middle, Jessica Andrews. Over the middle from Otten. 18 for BG, 11 for Toledo. Fifth one, Lauren Hovey. Hovey behind the line, left hand. Over, received from Freiberger. She keeps it up. Hovey again, set from Otten across to Vaswavchik. Vaswavchik can't find the open space. Way deep from Izzy Granger, received by Avery Anders. Vaswavchik leaves the free play, and UT can't handle it cleanly. Izzy Granger with the reception error from the back row, 19-11. BG 1 point from their first time beating Toledo to 20 points. Lauren Hovey. 114 career aces. Into the net, so that will be an error. 2 aces, 2 errors for Lauren Hovey after this one. They turn the ball over, so it'll be 5 rotations of Bowling Green before we get another chance for Hovey to break the record. Macy Hakovich. 1 ace, 2 errors. This one is neither. Vaswavchik to Otten. Otten set back to Vaswavchik, and she just has to leave it up. Hakovich for the set. Taylor Alt for the strike. Blocked by the Falcons. Can they keep it up? No, they can't. Goes into the net. And Otten's timing was off. 19-13. BG still leads by 6. This would have to, at the very least, be an 11-6 point swing for Toledo to come away with this set. Anders to Otten. Otten bumps that way across to Vaswavchik. Off the block and down. 8 kills coming into today from Vaswavchik. That is her 4th of the game, so 12 total. And I think almost every single one of them has come off a block. She's so good at spinning the ball off of blocks, but still in play. Lands very few cleanly. Neither does Sydney Hernandez as she sends this ball into the net, gives a point back, so the lead is still 6 for the Falcons, but they're the first team to 20 in this set. 20-14, hopefully after this set you'll get to hear Chaz McNeil back on the call, keeping this game going. Mia Tyler, Otten, back to Tyler. Tyler off the block. Now LaPinta to Otten, back to Tyler. Tyler the strike cross court. UT can't handle it. Izzy Granger having a tough time with those digs. She's got 124 on the season, but she's had a rough stretch here with them. BG targets her not only on attacks, but also services as well. Now LaPinta with a 7-point lead to Taylor Alt. Perfect to Hakovich. Hakovich across the middle, blocked from the Falcons. Now Hakovich back to Izzy Granger. Izzy Granger strikes, but somebody from the Falcons touched the net. So it's limited back to 6, 21-15. Grace Freiberger from Lima, Ohio. Cross court, Hernandez to Otten. Otten to Tyler. Tyler top spins it over. Freiberger keeps it up. Hakovich across to Izzy Granger. Dug from Lauren Hovey. Strike from Alexis Mattel. It goes over. She knocks it back down. UT keeps it up, but leaves a free play for the Falcons. Hovey to Otten. Can they capitalize? Otten on the second touch tries to throw it over. Hakovich is there. Izzy Granger again rejected by the Falcons. Otten and Mattel. 22-15. BG has 10 points to work with. They need only 3 to come away with the third set between the Falcons and the Rockets. Amanda Otten gets the overset, kept up by the Falcons. Can they get it over? No, they can't. 2 poor plays by either side. An overset from Taylor Alt on the back row from Toledo. Bowling Green was not back in the system, and they couldn't make that play in transition, so they give a free point to Toledo, which realistically they didn't deserve. Macy Metters kept up by Sydney Hernandez. Fantastic dive on the shoestring. Mia Tyler leaves it for the Rockets. Quick over the middle, blocked by Mia Tyler. And the score is 23-16. 7 is the lead. Vaswavchik and Anders back in the game. Mia Tyler still leads the Falcons with 9 kills. Alexis Matil with 7. Lauren Hovey with 5 after going killless in the first set. 4 from Jessica Anders and Edita Vaswavchik, and 2 from Jordan Newblatt. Anders received by Alt to Hakovic, across to Izzy Granger. My goodness. What a rip from Izzy Granger on the far side. Taylor Alt may be the better player, the 5th-year 6'1" outside hitter. 1,898 kills coming into today in her career, but Izzy Granger is rivaling her for how live her arm is. Otten set from behind the 3-meter line. Vaswavchik tips it over. Freiberger to Hakovic. Hakovic is kept up by Vaswavchik. Vaswavchik, another free ball for Toledo. Hakovic now across to Taylor Alt, blocked by the Falcons. Again to Alt. Alt for the second try, off the block and out of play. 23-18, Toledo is limiting the lead. It's still 5 for the Falcons. They have 7 points to play with. Toledo has only 2. Granger again targets Anders to Otten. Otten backs that to Hovey. Hovey off of Metters and out of play. Set point for the Falcons. First set on their road to a 3-set comeback. They need the next 3 to do it. Matil to Granger. Granger to Hakovic. Hakovic across the middle. Anders keeps it up. Otten, great play from Jessica Anders. Oh, she pancaked it. She kept it up, but an attack error from Toledo will force the Falcons and the Rockets to switch sides. 25 for BG, 18 for UT. WBGU 88.1 FM. Chaz will be on when we come back.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
In Bowling Green football's 41-17 season opening victory over Fordham on August 29th, junior Justin Pace set a program record with a 100-yard kickoff return touchdown on the first play of the game. Falcon Media Sports Network's Reese Patricus had the call on Falcon Radio.
Go back up and field it on the goal line. Trying to take to the right, got some blocks, got a hole. Peg was down the far sideline, and he's got space in front of him. 10-5, touchdown BG brings back the opening kickoff. What a way to start the season.
This has been a Falcon Media Sports Network featured call.
This season, Falcon Media Sports Network is partnering with WBGU PBS. We will bring you broadcasts of home matches for BGSU men's and women's soccer featuring FMSN's Lucas Kleinmeyer and Henry Costco. Head over to the WBGU PBS YouTube channel to listen in.
Welcome back here to Savage Arena. I am Chaz McNeil, and what a third set. I'm taking over this set number 4 from Ben Korak, who, if we make it to a 5th, he will have that wrap-up call for you guys. So, in that third set, you have Bowling Green refusing to go down in another sweep. This, if it is a loss, would be their second loss that was not a sweep of the entire year. Now, the Falcons will have a lot to say about the L word as they are looking for a win right here. There have been some big moments so far today but one of the biggest could happen in this set, and that is Lauren Hovey breaking the record for most service aces by a Bowling Green Falcon. The previous record, 114, was held by Paige Penrod, who played from 2010 to 2013. Hovey has played from 2022 to the year of our Lord 2024, and she is already at 114, tied it today with 2 service aces. One more would put her in the record books. So now, Falcons settling in, getting ready for set number 4 as they look to tie everything up and go to a 5th inning. There's a lot on the line here. Both teams undefeated in Mid-American Conference play so far this season, and that's not saying a whole lot. Toledo had a season sweep against NIU last weekend. Same with Bowling Green, who swept one of their big volleyball rivals, Ball State. So now, going to serve will be the Toledo Rockets and number 7, Adamski. The serve, received by Vaclavchik, set up, Otten, Hovey will be blocked, but that will be outside. Point Falcons. What a shot by Lauren Hovey. Now, Lauren Hovey will serve. This one could be it. Lauren Hovey. A shot at the record books. The serve will be received, brought up, and sent over. Hovey. Set up Otten. Vaclavchik on the far side. What another shot! As that one crossed the entire court to hit the close side tape. And that one dashed through several different defenders. Hovey to serve. This one for history will be received and brought back over by Granger. The setup will be bounced around. The block attempt by Granger will be good as it bounces around several different Falcons. So now, for the service will be Hatkovich, who's got 2 errors and an ace so far today. She leads the team in assists with 34. Hatkovich, it's over. Received by Anders, set up Otten. Attack Vaclavchik, way too far. It is 2-all, 2-2 early here in this 4th set. Hatkovich to serve it again. Couple bounces for good luck. The serve, it's up and it's over. Anders, diving attempt, Lapina setting it up. Vaclavchik brings it down, and unable to dig that one out is Alt. So that is a Falcon score. Bowling Green 3-2. As we will have Anders and Vaclavchik check out, and in comes Sydney Hernandez and Jessica Andrews. Hernandez, who's had a very solid game today, 3 aces, leading the team today. What a strong performance from the freshman. Hernandez will serve. And it will be dug out by Alt. The setup, Hatkovich, brought over by Alt, and that is too far. 4-2 Falcon lead. Alt is one of those players for Toledo that you have to look out for. I know we're already 4 sets into this game, but the MAC leader in kills has not been quiet, as the serve by Hernandez looks like it's in, but just a bit outside for an error there. Back to serve is Taylor Alt, who, as I just mentioned, her 100-something kills lead the MAC. The serve is over, received by Hernandez. Otten on the put-up, Tyler on the attack, and it will go off the hands of a Rocket. It is 5-3, Bowling Green. Now, the Orange and Brown so far this season are no strangers to the hard-fought MAC victory, as on Friday they went to 5 sets against Ball State. Looking to do that again against their rival. To serve, Lindsay LaPinta, brought up by Alt. Blocked at the net. Soft touch by Granger will be enough. Excuse me, that was the soft touch by Pertzborn. That one, Pertzborn's 5th kill of the game. Freeberg, the serve. And it's out. That one's Freiberg's 2nd error of the night. And now Amanda Otten will serve for Bowling Green. A fast-moving 4th set with a very big handful of errors going back and forth. Otten, the serve. It's up, it's over, and it's out. Another service error for Otten. That is her 2nd. For the team, for the Falcons, that's 13. On the other side, 12 service errors for the Rockets. Very even, but not something you want to see. Not the cleanest volleyball. As Meadors will serve, set up Hernandez. Otten, Hovey, off the hands. Andor sets up. Soft touch brought over. LaPinta brings it up. Soft touch again by the Rockets. Up goes Otten. Mia Tyler on the attack. Blocked at the net. And over again by Mattel, who bobbles it up. LaPinta on the save. Tyler opts to bring it over. Hatkovich sets it up. LaPinta will stop it. Otten on the setup. Tyler. And Mia Tyler will end that set. Very hard fought, and that's what you want to see from Bowling Green. Just a phenomenal back and forth. Lindsay LaPinta proving that veteran energy is what you need to win volleyball games, as she was dip, dodge, duck, and diving across the court to get those digs. Anders on the serve will be brought up. Set up Hatkovich. Attacked by Granger. Does it hit the line? It does not. That is Falcon point. 8-5 Bowling Green advantage. Toledo fans aren't that happy about that call, but yet again, the Toledo student section has cleared out a little bit, so not as many eyes. Bowling Green's Falcon fanatics are still in attendance as Avery Anders sends it over. Fielded by Granger. Sent over by Freiberg. Set up Otten. Over Wacławczyk. Keeping it alive is Anders. Otten again. Mattil brought over for Freiberg. Sets it up. Granger setting it down. Up goes Otten over Hovey. Alt diving for it. Unable to get it. That is another Falcon kill. Lauren Hovey. I said she had a quiet game. I might want to take that back. She now has 8 kills, 13 digs, and 2 service aces. And she's 1 away from breaking the all-time record held by Paige Penrod. Anders will serve yet again as the Falcons look to extend their lead. We're going to get a little scrub down on the court, getting any sweat off. Anders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good luck bounces. The ball, it's up, it's over, and it looked like it would be out, but saved by Alt. Set up Hatkovich, touched over Granger. Anders keeping it alive. Set up Otten. Wacławczyk just a bit too long, and we've seen that a little bit from her today, just keeping it too strong, as Coach Tomic is having a couple words with her young star. The serve by Granger, that is, will be over. Anders sets up Otten. Down goes Mattil, and that will be another Mattil kill. Alexis Mattil will have her 8th kill of the game. Serving will be Mattil, the 5th year. Alexis Mattil puts a shot over, and it will be an ace, as Meadors is unable to get to that one in time. and that will force a Rocket timeout. Bowling Green have the advantage, 11-6. I am Chaz McNeil. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball here on WBGU 88.1 at Savage Arena. Don't go anywhere.
Ready for our little forest adventure?
Yes!
Too much waiting for me. Yeah, I wanna go outside. I wanna be.
We're here.
Whoa, that was fast.
There's a forest closer than you think. Find a park or forest near you and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by USDA Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Welcome back here to Savage Arena as we have a good one brewing. It looks like a fifth set is on the horizon. If we get there, Ben Korak will take you lovely listeners home. It is 11-6 here at Savage. Bowling Green hold the advantage. Alexis Mattil will serve. So far today, Mattil has one ace, has yet to make an error, and she won't here. Brought over is Hakovic, set up Anders to Vazwavchik, blocked at the line, and that was a killer block by Ozanik by Toledo. She just got her frame up and was able to get a very, very hard-fought block. Ozanik, the redshirt freshman middle blocker, sits at 6'3". She was a 4-year letter winner in high school. The serve will be mishandled by Anders, and that is another point for Toledo. So they're storming back. It's 11-8. Don't look now. Serving yet again is number 7, Avery Adamski. Adamski brings it over. Fielded Anders. Set up Otten. Vazwavchik blocked at the line. It will be Falcon point, as that will not fall inside. Solid blocking attempt by the combination of Pertzborn and Ozanik. Oh, that was Alt, excuse me. Lauren Hovey will serve. This one for the record books. Lauren Hovey will be received by Freiberg and brought over by Alt. Anders unable to field it. That is point Rockets, 12-9, orange and brown advantage. Hatkovic will now serve. So far today, Hatkovic has been very solid. She's got 35 assists, an ace, and 3 blocks, as the Falcons will have trouble handling that serve. And we will get a timeout here by the orange and brown. Daniela Tomic has had enough of the Rockets' comeback. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Falcon Volleyball here on WBGU 88.1. Don't go anywhere.
Neil Armstrong waited 6 hours and 39 minutes to step onto the surface of the moon. Jackie Robinson waited 20 months to play his first game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. And even DiCaprio had to wait 22 years to win an Oscar. You can wait until your destination. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey, I'm Tyler Kavlitz, and you are listening to 88.1 FM WBGU Bowling Green, home of the Falcon Media Sports Network.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hakovic will serve. Received by Anders. High pop-up. Otten on the setup. Vazwavchik will be blocked at the line, but it will go off of Rockets, and that will be a Falcon point. Bowling Green continuing their streak of getting points out of the timeout as they look a lot more conducted in themselves. Sydney Hernandez will serve for the Orange and Brown. Again, having a phenomenal day. 3 aces. That serve will be fielded by Alt. Set up Hakovic. Brought down by Granger. Brought back over. Set up Granger. Set up Hakovic. Alt on the attack. Saved by LaPinta. Again, saved by Otten. On the setup is Andrews. Otten brings it up. Mia Tyler on the attack, and that one will be bounced in her face for a Rocket point. Now, Rockets are within 2 of Bowling Green. Taylor Alt to serve for the Toledo Rockets. This another exciting edition of the Battle of I-75, and she will rocket that ball into the net for a service error. Alt's 5th service error of the day, making that her 26th. Alt had led in aces so far this season against Toledo, or for Toledo, that is, as the serve will be blocked up at the net. Amanda Otten for the point. Lindsay LaPinta will serve for the Orange and Brown. LaPinta, the libero, grad student. The ball is up, and it's over, and it is received by Alt. Set up Hakovic. The attack will not go. LaPinta digs it out. Set up Otten. Mia Tyler on the attack in the faces of Granger and Freiberg. That is a point. Bowling Green now 16-11, pulling away. LaPinta will serve again for the Falcons. The serve is up and over, and it is received by Alt. Set up Hakovic, and the attack will go just outside by Pertzborn. And a timeout will be called by the Rockets. So now Bowling Green are within 8 of going to set number 5. You are listening to Falcon Volleyball at Savage Arena here on WBGU 88.1. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Arielle Winter. If you're anything like me, your pets are not only your best friends, they're part of your family. American Humane, which has been rescuing animals like Cleo here for more than 100 years, has life-saving tips that can make a big difference in a disaster. When disaster strikes, you want to protect your whole family, including your pets. To help keep your family safe and help our best friends in their worst times, find tips at AmericanHumane.org.
Remember the 60s? That's when the U.S. Surgeon General warned us that cigarette smoking causes lung cancer. Well, music's changed, and now there's another warning from the U.S. Surgeon General. Radon causes lung cancer. Radon is an invisible gas that seeps into your home, and it can cause lung cancer whether you smoke or not. The only way to know if radon is in your home is to have it tested. Call 1-800-SOS-RADON. That's 1-800-SOS-RADON. Because radon problems can be fixed. Brought to you by this station and the U.S. EPA.
Welcome back here to Savage Arena. I am Chaz McNeil, and we are in for a big finish here at the Savage as Bowling Green is up 17-11 here in set number 4 against the home Toledo Rockets. And this orange and brown team have looked dominant since the start of set number 3, pulling away in sets 3 and 4 as Lindsay LaPinta will serve for the orange and brown. Alt will bring it up. Hakovic on the setup, and that will result in a Falcon point as LaPinta's diving attempt was not close enough. Freiberg will serve now for Toledo. Within 5. Freiberg, couple big bounces before she opts to serve. Sending it over, received by Tyler. Set up Otten. Tyler on the attack will go off of Freiberg, set up Hakovic. It will be a big kill attack by number 18, Sharkey. Sharkey's kill will be good, as Freiberg will serve again. Now within 4 of the orange and brown. Freiberg served. Received by Hernandez. Otten brings it up. Tyler on the attack. Off of Freiberg into the stands, but great job by Granger to bring it back. Freiberg brings it over. Set up Hovey to Otten. And Alexis Mattil with another kill. That her 9th so far today from the 5th year. Showing her dominance as Amanda Otten will serve. 18-13. Falcons within 7. Otten has 2 errors, no aces. Freiberg fields it. Granger off of Hernandez. LaPinta on the save. Hernandez bringing it over. Free play opportunity as Hakovic sets it up. Blocked at the net. Over by Granger. Set up Otten. It will not be good. It will go in the face of Daniela Tomic, as it will be 18-14 now. Tomic having a couple words with her squad. Now to serve for the Rockets, number 3. That is Macy Metters. Metters' serve will be met by Hernandez. Set up Otten. Mattil sneaking that one inside. What a beautiful shot. 19-14, Bowling Green. Serving is Anders. On the court for the orange and brown is Otten, LaPinta, Vozwacek, Hovey, Anders, and Mattil. Speaking of Anders, her serve is into the net for a service error, and yet another one. Anders' 4th service error of the day. Granger will serve now for the Rockets. Trying to keep the Falcons out of the 20 club. Anders fields it. Set up Otten. Kill attempt Hovey. That one will be blocked, and Falcon point. Rockets still all smiles here. They know that they will get a 5th set as Bowling Green reach the 20 club first for the 2nd straight set. Alexis Mattil to serve. Fielded and brought up by Hakovic. On the setup is Freiberger, and Alt on the kill, just able to weave that one through several Falcons. It's 20-16. This one's still within reach for the Rockets. The serve by Adamski will be brought up by Otten, blocked at the net, brought back up by Anders. What a save, but unable to get anybody else to it. That's another Rocket point. Toledo now within 3 of Bowling Green, as Adamski will serve again. Her serve will be met by Vozwacek. Set up Otten. Push over by Andrews. And that will go. 21-17. Bowling Green will have Lauren Hovey now to serve. Lauren Hovey waits for the whistle. Hovey. A chance for the record books. Fielded by Freiberg. Push over by Alt will go. And that will result in a Falcon score. Hovey will serve again. 22-17. Lauren Hovey to serve. Chance for history. Fielded by Freiberg. Up by Hadvicek. Over to Hovey. Up to Otten. And Vizwavchik will send that one far over. Now serving will be Hekovic. (22-18). Falcons 3 away from set 5. Served by Hekovic. Will be fielded by Anders. Set up Otten. Vizwavchik with the kill. Falcons now within 2. In come Sydney Hernandez and Mia Tyler. Out for Avery Andrews and Edita Vizwavchik. Sydney Hernandez will try to continue her great day with ace number 4. And she will not, as Granger brings it up. Hekovic, and the kill by Alt will go. 23-19, as Alt now will serve. So far today, Alt has 4 errors and no aces. But she still leads the Rockets in aces for the season. Fielded up by LaPinta over to Otten. Bounced around by several Rockets, back over. Mia Tyler on the kill, and we will get a setting error, I believe, by the Rockets. Point Falcons. Falcons have a 5-point lead, and this serve by Lindsay LaPinta could take them to set number 5. LaPinta sends it over, and it's out. 24-20 as the lead shrinks to 4. Grace Freiberg with the chance to keep her team alive for set number 4. Freiberg. Her serve is up. Fielded by Hernandez. And Otten will bring it over, but she got a piece of the net there. And we will get 24-21 now for Bowling Green. Timeout Daniela Tomic, who will try to just put this one away. And we'll actually keep it here for the minute. Bowling Green within 1 point of going to set number 5. And if we are to get there, Ben Korak will take you listeners home. Bowling Green in their last 5-set match against Ball State were able to swing by and win in a very close one in Muncie. But the Rockets hold the recency win against Bowling Green. They won last year. They won last year against the Rockets. But Bowling Green is pretty dominant on the road. They're 25-13 against the rival down I-75. 59-18 all time. But the last time Bowling Green will have a little bit of history if they want to fully come back. They last won here at Savage on October 30th, 2021. We just entered the season of scares here. It's October 1st, so not quite a full 3 years if they are to do it. But it would be a big win for Bowling Green, especially in a 5-set comeback. That being said, play will resume as Grace Freiberg will have the serve. Freiberg gets some good luck bounces in. The serve is up, over, received by Hernandez. Set of Otten. Mia Tyler sends it over. Struggled to bring out is Granger. Set up Freiberg. Granger brings it over. Hernandez sets it up. Otten, Tyler, and that one will be outside. 24-22. Now within 3. You can cut this tension with a knife. Bowling Green will need to pull something out of their bag of tricks here. They just need 1 point. Freiberg will serve again. Brought up Hernandez. Set up Otten over Tyler. And that will be out again. 24-23. Now within 1. Tomic just getting a couple words out to her team. Now, if the Rockets manage to get the point here, this would go into extra scoring. As Freiberg's serve will go up and be received by Hernandez. Set up Otten, and the mistake to bring that one over will go past Tyler into the crowd. We are going to extra points here in the fourth. 24 all. Freiberg having her way with the Falcons. The serve by Freiberg will hit the net. 25-24. Falcons serve, and they are within one of going to set number 5. Amanda Otten to serve for the orange and brown. If you've forgotten, Otten, the sophomore, has 2 service errors, does not have an ace yet today. That serve will go off the net, fielded by Alt, set up Hetvicek. Over is Granger, and Tyler will send the Falcons to set number 5. It is 26-24. Ben Korak will end the game in set number 5. I've been Chaz McNeil. You are listening to Bowling Green Volleyball at Savage Arena on WBGU 88.1. Don't go anywhere.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This message is for Shauna, my mom, who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Both teams huddle 5th set between the Falcons and Toledo. When it looked grim the most, Bowling Green came all the way back, led by Daniela Tomic. My goodness, what a 4th set that was, 26-24. BG led by a lot at the end. Toledo came back a little bit. Service error sent it 25-24, and then Bowling Green capitalized on it, put it away on the kill by Mia Tyler. Is kind of the story of this game. 14 kills for her, 41 total attempts, 5 errors, 220 hitting percentage, 15 points. That's the most on either team besides Taylor Alt. 18 kills, 8 errors, 40 attempts, 250 hitting percentage. 4 service errors for her, but 6 digs, 3 blocking assists, and 19.5 points. She leads both teams in points. So both teams huddling up, discussing their options and what their focus is. You would assume that BG taking 2 sets in a row would express some sort of high momentum for them coming into this one, but the little bit of a comeback, or I should say a lot of bit of a comeback that happened at the end of the 4th set kind of swung some momentum in the direction of Toledo. There was only 2 points to decide the set after that tying point from the attack error from Mia Tyler. Actually, she had 2 in a row that tied the game. But the Falcons and the Rockets seeking to stay undefeated. We'll look at what happened with Eastern and Central. Central was up 2-0. I'm pulling it up right now. They did win 3-0. So Central is undefeated in the MAC, 3-0 for them. Eastern Michigan falls to 2-1. Bowling Green trying to advance to 3-0 in the MAC and avoid falling 3-1. So we will step aside once again, and in a minute we'll bring you back for the 5th set between the Falcons and Toledo, deciding an undefeated record for either team on WBGU 88.1 FM.
it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor. Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Visit managerbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Don't let biased algorithms or degree screens or exclusive professional networks or stereotypes. Don't let anything keep you from discovering the half of the workforce who are stars. Workers skilled through alternative routes rather than a bachelor's degree. It's time to tear the paper ceiling and see the stars beyond it. Find out how you can make stars part of your talent strategy at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Ben Korak from Falcon Media Sports Network here in Savage Arena. It all comes down to this. BG and UT tied 2 sets apiece. This is for the match. Falcons and Rockets back in the court. Avery Anders, Amanda Otten, Jessica Andrews, Edita Vaswavchik, Lauren Hovey, and Alexis Mattil for the Falcons. Trying to put this away. Huge faith being put in newcomers. Edita Vaswavchik, not a newcomer. She was on the team last year, but she didn't play at all. Avery Anders is a freshman and a newcomer. And in a set that goes only to 15, strong signs of a lot of faith in the bench from Daniela Tomic. 0-0, fresh slate. Bowling Green serving left to right. When it gets to 8, the sides will switch. Bowling Green will be serving right to left. Alexis Mattil can start BG off strong. She has the first service. Mattil up and over. Sends this one long in the first point to Toledo. 5th set is to 15. So errors are killers. We saw that in the game against Ball State in Ball State on behalf of the Cardinals. They made more errors than Bowling Green in the 5th. BG ended up blowing them out and taking the set. Lauren Hovey with the left hand off of Taylor Alt and on the side of Toledo. So Hovey ties it up 1-1. Now Hovey with the serve. Number 14 up and over, received. Now UT's attack, received by Andrews to Otten. Otten, attack from Vaswavchik, can't find the floor. Now back to Lapinta. Lapinta to Hovey. Hovey lays out into the bench but can't make the play. 2 for Toledo, 1 for the Falcons. Kill from Kayla Ozanic. Assist, Macy Hakovic. Anders to Otten. Otten, 4 set to Vaswavchik, off the block, kept up by Taylor Alt. Hakovic again, Alt with the strike, and it's rejected. Hakovic again, deep from Izzy Granger, received by Hovey. To Otten, back set to Andrews. Andrews on the slide and through the gap. 2-2, BG ties it back up. Sydney Hernandez, Mia Tyler in the game. Hernandez goes back for the serve. Two the score. Hernandez serving to break the tie. 3 aces, 3 errors in this game. Otten now to Tyler. Tyler just has to leave a free ball for UT. Hakovic across the middle to Persborn, and she throws it down. 3 for Toledo, 2 for BG. Every point matters. 1st to 15 takes the match. Undefeated record on the line for Bowling Green and Toledo. Macy Metters. I'm sorry, that's Hasey Hatvich. Otten throws it over, off the block and out of play. Second touch from Amanda Otten, showing versatility as she does so well. That's her 5th kill of the game on 10 attempts, 400 hitting percentage with the error added. 48 assists from Amanda Otten in the 4 sets and 3 points for the Falcons. Now Lindsay LaPinta wearing brown, the libero. Foot close to the line. She got called for that earlier, but no cigar on this one. This one's a rip. LaPinta handles across to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler with the offhand finds the open floor. 4-3 BG. Keep forgetting looking at the scoreboard that it is only to 15, so this 4-3 score is much deeper into the set than you might think. LaPinta over again. Hatkovich across to Alt. Alt from downtown. Otten tries to throw it over. She does. 5-3 BG over Toledo. BG's a third of the way there. Lost the first 2 sets, came back in the last 2. LaPinta for 3 in a row. Received by Granger. Hatkovich back to the opposite. Hovey keeps it up. Mia Tyler with the attack. She gets it. 16 kills for Mia Tyler. She keeps her hot stretch going and forces Toledo to take their first timeout. 6 for BG, 3 for Toledo. Don't go anywhere on WBGU 88.1 FM.
As far back as she can remember, Amy loved computers, how they worked, what they could do. They were a challenge. She wanted to learn as much as she could. So she harnessed her passion, and now she's a cybersecurity officer in the military. If you have a passion, a vision for your future in any field, todaysmilitary.com can be your path to a fulfilling career. You have a calling, we have an answer. Find your way at todaysmilitary.com.
They are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
BG 6, Toledo 3. The Rockets take a timeout, trying to stun some momentum from Bowling Green. They lead by 3, 1st to 15 in the 5th set. Toledo takes the first 2, BG takes the next 2, and now here we are. Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network for the postgame recap. Hopefully it has a Bowling Green win attached. Go to bgfalconmedia.com or bg_FMSN on Twitter. LaPinta served from the near side for her first 3. Now she serves from the far side. Nice and easy. Alt. She takes the rip down the line, and she gets the point. 6-4. This will show the medal for the Falcons. It's been a tough game. Toledo's played very well. Climbing back into this one would be huge. Taylor Alt, 19 aces coming into this year. This one's not. Otten keeps it up. Sydney Hernandez across. Somebody reached over the line, and it was a Falcon. 6 for BG, 5 for Toledo. Taylor Alt gets the service again. No aces, 4 errors today. 19 aces coming into the game today, but has a lot of errors to go along with it. This one is left long, and that's her 5th service error of BG versus Toledo. 7 for the Falcons, 5 for the Rockets. Amanda Otten. No aces, 2 errors for her. Good time for an ace. This one isn't. Alt. Back across, blocked. Front of the Falcons, is it in? Yes, it is. Blocked right on the line by Alexis Mattil, and Lauren Hovey extends the lead to 3, and the Falcons and the Rockets will switch sides. Hovey, Otten, Mattil, Tyler, Sydney Hernandez, and Lindsay LaPinta been the core for the Falcons this season. Mia Tyler has 16 kills, 256 hitting percentage. Lauren Hovey and Alexis Mattil have 10 apiece. Amanda Otten has 6 as a setter with 49 assists, so the offensive powerhouse on the court for the Falcons with Sydney Hernandez and Lindsay LaPinta, who have 27 digs total for the game, the defensive back. Otten serves. Far side of the court, serving right to left now after the switch, and 8 points. BG leads 8-5. Hakovic across. Now Otten to Tyler. Tyler off the block. Hovey, Otten. Otten backs out to Tyler, tries to push it over. Is it out? No, it's in. Sydney Hernandez could have played it but let it go, thinking it was going to be wide, and it wasn't. 8-6. Grace Freiberger. 1 ace, 3 errors today. Hernandez to Otten. Otten backs it to Hovey. Hovey off of Hetkovich. This one is a strike long from Olivia Heitkamp. Her first set played in the game. Oh, they say it's in. 8-7, Bowling Green. Maybe it hit somebody at the net. I couldn't tell the call. Freiberger again. 7 serving 8. Up and over. Hernandez. Can Bowling Green save it? No, they can't. Toledo ties it up after being down 8-5. And that'll force Daniela Tomic to take a timeout, looking very frustrated. 8-8. This is for the match. An undefeated record in the MAC. WBGU 88.1 FM.
She was 27 years old. She got in her car and took the gun that my grandfather had given her for self-defense. She never got to see her son grow up to be anything. Because she had easy access to a gun, I've been robbed of that relationship.
65 Americans a day die by gun suicide. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Timeout taken by Daniela Tomic because the Falcons gave up 3 straight points coming out of Toledo's timeout by head coach Jason Oliver. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network here in Savage Arena in Toledo, Ohio, where Toledo and Bowling Green battle for an undefeated record in the MAC. Hopefully 3-0 to start the season. Double-digit kills for 3 Falcons. Mia Tyler, Lauren Hovey, and Alexis Matteau. 19 kills for Taylor Alt. 11 kills for Izzy Granger. And single digits for the rest of Toledo. Back on the court, 8-8. First one to 7 from here on out. Freiberger serves the Falcons. Behind the line, about 5 paces. Left hand, hits it with the right, up and over. Sydney Hernandez across to Mia Tyler. Mia Tyler leaves it way long. 9 for Toledo. They take their first lead of the set. BG trails 1. Freiberger again. Received by Tyler. Hernandez bump set, back to Tyler. Tyler, can she get it? Off the Freiberger and out of play. 9-9, BG ties it back up. Anders and Vaswavchik in the game. Again, 2 new faces for the Falcons coming into this year, getting put in a prime situation when Bowling Green needs as much offense as they can possibly muster. They take Hernandez, Tyler out. Anders serves. Nice and easy, Freiberger. Hadverich off the block. Izzy Granger gets another kill. Hadkovich the assist, Granger the kill. 10 for Toledo, 9 for the Falcons. BG running out of time to make a move. Macy Metters, 1 ace, 1 error. Anders to Otten. Otten backs it to Hovey. Hovey pushes it over, can't find space. Hakovic to Izzy Granger. Vaswavchik keeps it up. Otten backs that again to Lauren Hovey! Off of Toledo and out of play. 10-10, score tied back up. First team to 5. From here on out, win by 2. Alexis Mattil serves. 1-1, ace to air. Received by Alt. Hadkovich back sets. Vaswavchik keeps it up. Free play for the Falcons, and they capitalize. Off of Taylor Alt and out of play. BG takes a 1-point lead. 11-10. 4 away from an undefeated record in the MAC. Mattil over. Alt receives. Hakovich back. Respectful shot received easily by the Falcons. Mattil to Hovey. Hovey, good knock. Hakovich sets it over. Falcons keep it up. Vaswavchik to Otten. Otten to Lauren Hovey, out of play off of Metters. Hovey gives BG a 2-point lead. Falcons are 3 away. Toledo 5 away. Timeout taken by Toledo. 12 for BG, 10 for Toledo. WBGU 88.1 FM.
Most of us like to be out in the sun. That's why sunscreen and other safety measures are key to protecting your skin from aging and cancer. The FDA recommends using a sunscreen with an SPF of 15 or higher. Also, look for broad spectrum on the label. That means both harmful ultraviolet A and B rays are blocked. Remember, SPF plus broad spectrum equal healthy fun in the sun. Visit www.fda.gov/sunscreen for more information. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
BGSU leads 12-10. Final set between the Falcons and Toledo. This one's for all the marbles. I'm Ben Korak from the Falcon Media Sports Network. BGFalconmedia.com, BG_FMSN on Twitter. That's where you can find the post-game recap and other BGSU sports news and updates. Alexis Mattil, 12 serving 10. Right to left across your radio dial. Gets it over. Alt. Hakovich across to Izzy Granger, blocked by the Falcons. Metters back to Hakovich, back to Granger. Granger kept up by Alexis Mattil to Otten. Vaswavchik off the block. BG's 2 away. Mattil again for the serve. Toledo just took a timeout, trying to stop the momentum. BG gets it right back. Mattil over, received by Granger. Now a stripe from downtown, and it's long. BG's at set point, 14-10. Toledo down to their last point. A challenge is going to be called by Jason Oliver of Toledo. It's a challenge on whether the ball was tipped at the line, so this is going to be a huge call. If it stands, it'll be 14-10. If it's overturned, it will be 13-11. Toledo gets a little bit of a boost. That may or may not have been a cursory challenge by Jason Oliver just to try and get a point back because it is set point. And because if it stands right now, Toledo would need 6 points in a row to beat the Falcons. That or at least 4 points to tie it up. 14-10. BG over Toledo. Challenge could change that score, but we'll let you know as soon as we can. Taylor Alt still at 19 kills. She was coming into the set. She still is. Mia Tyler at 17. Lauren Hovey with 2 more. She's got 12. Alexis Mattil has 10. All around, great offensive performance from both teams, although the efficiency for both teams doesn't really show. At 185 for Toledo, Bowling Green had a sub-250 hitting percentage through the first two and the fourth, but still have a 263 hitting percentage after a 414 effort in the third. BG, the call is confirmed. Bowling Green fans, stand up. This could be for the set, 14-10. Alexis Mattil, number 16. Amanda Otten, career high in assists, 53. Can she get another one to put this game away? Strike from Izzy Granger, way up in the air. Mattil keeps it alive. Avery Anders gets it over. Toledo gets it again. Overset, hits the floor! BG wins 15-10 in 5 sets. Falcons lose the first two and then win 3 in a row to come all the way back, win the volleyball battle of I-75, and stay undefeated in the MAC 3-0, besting Ball State twice and the University of Toledo in their home Savage Arena on this wonderful Tuesday night. We'll step aside. Chaz McNeil will have pregame in a few moments, but savor the victory for now. 15 BG, 10 for Toledo. BG wins 3-2 on WBGU 88.1 FM.
We depend on our drinking water supply daily, but where does that water come from? Your water provider encourages you to get to know your local water source so together we can protect and preserve it. The investments we make as a community to protect our water source now ensure we have a sustainable drinking water supply for the future. Visit drinktap.org to learn more. This message is brought to you by the American Water Works Association and your local water provider.
Texting him back. I'm just posting a story. I'm just changing the song.
No. When it comes to distracted driving, just don't. Sending a text takes your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds, but in that time, your car can travel the length of an entire football field. Any distracted driving just isn't worth it.
Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Don't have time to tune into a BGSU sports broadcast? Falcon Media Sports Network will have you covered with live updates of home BGSU athletic events. To follow along, head over to @BG_FMSN on Twitter X.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the oven on, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
BGSU Women's Golf travels to Iowa City to partake in the Diane Thompson Invitational on September 30th through October 1st. Falcon Media Sports Network has got you covered with the recap exclusively at bgfalconmedia.com.
And that will do us here in Savage Arena, Toledo, Ohio. The Falcons have taken down the rival Rockets in a thriller of a 5th set, 15-10. And just an unreal atmosphere with Bowling Green coming into Savage Arena, going down 2-0, and managing to storm all the way back. For today's recap and other BGSU sports news and updates, go to bgfalconmedia.com or BGFMSN on Twitter. This coming Friday or Saturday, we've got a really exciting matchup. We got Western Michigan coming into the Stroh Center. You don't want to miss that. Check out FMSN. Now, all of that plugging is out of the way. Let's talk a little bit about this game. Falcons, like I said, go down 2-0, come all the way back. But why is that? The Falcons, throughout the season, have had a struggle of getting a secondary offensive weapon on top of who is going to carry the load as your setter. Who's going to be that person? Is it going to be Amanda Otten? Is it going to be Anna Shitek? Is it going to be somebody else? Well, I think we got our answer today. For secondary weapon, Mia Tyler had 17 kills, led the entire team. She had 7 errors, but besides that, was very solid. 18 total points, 2 block assists. Very good game from her. Very clutch moments. She came up for the win. But for player of the game, we have to go Amanda Otten. Every single big play that happened was set up by her. It was because she was able to be in the right place at the right time and put the ball in a spot where a big kill could happen. Amanda Otten, 53 assists is her career high. She had 50 earlier this season, but 3 more makes it her career high. So I'd say she's got to be the FMSN player of the game. So going back to that Western Michigan roundup, Falcons are looking forward. They are 3-0 in the MAC, taking on a team that bounced them from the MAC Tournament Championship last year. This is going to be huge. Falcons, by the end of the weekend, have the shot to be 5-0 in the MAC. So FMSN is going to have those calls on Friday, the 4th of October. I can't believe it's already October, at 6 p.m. That's going to be held by me. And then on Saturday, Ben is going to be back in the chair. That's going to be the 5th. Ben and I will have that call for you guys. Don't go anywhere. It will be on 88.1 FM. And if you don't want to miss out on the game, you can't listen to it, radio broken, anything like that. I don't know how you're listening to this game, but find a way. Find an article. We've got tons of stuff going on Falcon Media Sports, bgfalconmedia.com. We'll have recaps, all the articles you could ask for. But with that, I think I'm going to issue a thank you to our directors at FMSN, Lucas Kleinmeyer, Tyler Cavales, as well as Nate, who ran the board for us today, did a phenomenal job. Thank you, Nate. I'm Chaz McNeil. I'm going to say goodbye for Ben Korak, who also did an amazing job wrapping up the call. But with that, you've been listening to Falcon Volleyball. I've been Chaz McNeil on WBGU 88.1. Have a phenomenal rest of your day.
This broadcast has been a Falcon Media Sports Network production. For more BGSU sports news and updates, follow Falcon Media Sports Network on Twitter X at BG_FMSN, BG Falcon Media on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and head over to BGFalconmedia.com.